Good afternoon, this is Paul. Now the car behind me is a very interesting car for a few reasons. One, the VW UP GTi in and of itself is a brilliant little car. It's a 1 litre car, very punchy, turbocharged, feels very sporty. This car has had a Milltech Sports package, including exhaust, an induction kit and a map that takes it up to 145 brake horsepower, which in a large car doesn't seem an awful lot, but in a car the size of the Up makes this a very surprisingly quick little car. It's not going to do 100 to 200 miles an hour in any number of seconds, but what it is going to do is put a huge smile on your face and surprise you when you put your foot down. It's easy enough to get into the smallest car parking spaces. It's fun enough to be interesting regardless of where you're going. And it's got a lot of character. Not only that, this car also has, if you have a motorhome, this has an A-frame attachment which can be bolted straight to it in order to tow it behind your motorhome. So if you are going to tour France or tour anywhere really, and you want to leave your setup set up and take an interesting little car with you, rather than just having a little box standard hatchback, why not have 145 brake horsepower worth of Up GTi with some nice upgrades. It's 2021, it's done 10,500 miles. My name is Paul, I'd like to show you around. So it's in pure white. As I say, it's an interesting little car. And it is a little car. It's not a huge Bentley or a Rolls Royce or a Range Rover or what have you. It's a car that, although it has 5 doors, will still get you into some of the smallest car parking spaces available. This one comes, as I said, with some nice upgrades, the more noticeable of which are these OZ Racing gloss black wheels with these lovely carbon wheel centers. We do have the original diamond cut wheels here, which can be an option, but we thought these wheels made it look really purposeful, pretty sporty, and they suited the shape of the car really well. Moving towards the back, this actually has, and you can see here, a stainless Milltech Sports Exhaust, so it sounds fruity, it sounds very sporty, it sounds like a GTi, it feels like a GTi when you drive it. The car it most reminds me of, I think, more than anything else, is because the Volkswagen Golf has grown hugely model by model over the years. But the first Golf GTi that I ever drove was a Mark 1, and it wasn't dissimilar in size to this car, and in terms of its overall character it feels very similar. It was always a light car, very nimble, very quick for what it was, and a lot of fun to drive. There's a few styling cues which this car has as well, which I'll show you in a second. So the GTi has the Golf GTi badge. You have the red flash going through the leading edge of the bonnet into the grills there. That's something that was always a feature of the Golf GTi. This car also has these quite cool stripes. They don't go all the way down the car, but they're nice and discreet, but they give the car that little bit of something. They point to something a little bit more than a standard GTi. The same stripe, or same design stripe, you can see it's down the side of the car, and you can again see the red GTi badge on the side. The stripe extends to the top of the tailgate, and you can see here that the rear doors match the rear door here in the fact that they are dark tinted or privacy glass or some protection glass, depending on how you like to view it. I'm going to show you under the bonnet because, as I say, this car's had a couple of upgrades. Come under here and lift. So you can see here you have Forge air intake turbo pipes and the valve, and the car has been mapped, including all of these accessories, up to 145 brake horsepower, which isn't over the top for this engine, but it does make it a bit more interesting. With the exhaust note as well, it does sound rather cool. It does feel very much like a hot hatch. Looking at the rear space, if I just pop this open, it's not the largest boot in the world, granted, but then again, unless you've got the TARDIS, you're not going to be able to fit a quarter of a pint bot. If I lift this though, what you will find is it's deep, so you can quite comfortably get overnight bags, cases and that sort of thing. It's bigger than you'd think. So the use of space in here for what it is very, very clever, very good. You have the black door cards that you can see here, and if you've ever had one of the original Golf GTRs or even the Mark IIs, you'll notice that the seat covers, the seat facings are very, very much what you would have found in the original Golf GTI. They look really cool. They're nice and hard wearing. You've got headrests in the back, and you've got three proper 3-point belts. Nice carpets, as you can see there, and you can see they've actually hollowed out the backs of the seats to give the rear passengers more leg room, and that hasn't made any difference to the comfort of the front seats, which is surprisingly comfortable. So moving to the front, you can see here we have electric front windows, electric mirrors and heated mirrors. The seats are nice and supportive. You've got a decent amount of lateral support here because, of course, this is a sporty car. The seat is sunk down as well, which means that you are cosseted in your seating position. And they look nice and funky and nice and sporty. And I believe they are really quite light as well, which obviously helps because weight is something which is not your friend if you are trying to make something a little bit lively. So the red trim across the top of the dash, or across the front of the dash here, shows you that this is something a little bit sporty. I think it looks really nice. It's a nice gloss finish. I love the pattern. It does look funky. Here we have your phone holder, so it can accommodate various different sizes of phone, and if you want to, if you don't want that there, you can push the button and lift it off, and underneath there we have a USB that is easy enough just to click back into place, just like that. So I do like that. Nice and functional, works really well. Comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox, so your fuel economy is going to be very good because you get into 6th gear and you can cruise really well. There's a traction control which you can switch off, and it has a tyre pressure monitor system as well. So if any of your tyres start to lose pressure, it will tell you before it starts affecting the handling and performance. Here we have 12-volt charger, cup holders, a nice place to be, and a nice flat bottom GTI steering wheel with this lovely contrast stitching, and it's all cross stitching around here. It's a nice feel to the steering wheel. It does again feel very much like the Golf GTI. You can see your stereo volume controls all on this side, and your stereo radio controls there, and your onboard computer functions and your phone, which drives the screen up here, is on the right hand side. Now if I put my foot on the brake, on the clutch, and start, it's now up and running. You can hear I'm just going to wander around to the back, because that does sound pretty cool. It's a nice sort of a nice hollow noise when you put your foot down. It's quite a rewarding turbo sound that comes from it as well. You've got a lovely central dial, rev counter to the left, and then your fuel gauge on the right hand side. And then here you can see you've got your air conditioning system here. This has a lane assist. It has heated seats, driver and passenger as well, with 2 different heat settings. So and a nice radio system which works really well, nice and simple and straightforward. There we go.
What's another drum machine now, look?
And it's,
or 08003.
It's surprisingly good stereo system. Works really well. As I say, you can see you've got a USB there as well. Really nice car, good vision all the way around. So you've got decent sized mirrors. A very easy car to drive, a very rewarding car to drive, and it's a car with an awful lot of character. And that dashboard, I think, with the colours and the nice little central binnacle there, a very nice place to be, and a very sporty feeling little car. You can hear the tuning. 3-cylinder engine, 1 litre. Just going to turn the engine off now. But a car that isn't going to break the bank, but what it will do is just going to put a smile on your face every time you jump into it, because this is a car that you can use every day. This is a car that is going to put a smile on your face every day, because it makes a lovely noise when you put your foot down, and it's practical, and it's good on fuel. The A-frame, it fits in the boot. It's not in the boot at the moment because we've got it in storage. There is an A-frame which folds away and pops into the boot underneath the boot floor, and that will connect to the front of the car. And you connect it to the front of the car, and you can plug in the electrics. A very discreet little cover there, and then it will use the brakes and the brake lights and everything from your motorhome, all controlled by that box there. It's called invisibrake. So it's not something that you need to carry around or use if you don't want it, but if you do have a motorhome, or you have something which would benefit from, or that you could use to tow it with, that's another nice and interesting option. So a very cool car. I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Either drop us a text or a WhatsApp or an email, or even pick up the phone and speak to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching.